There's a time to pray, and there is a time to self-reflect on your own thoughts, your own emotions, and your own decisions. And anyone who's Christian will likely be watching this and saying to themselves, we should be praying for everything and on everything. And I'm not saying not to do that, but I am saying that there is a time when the Lord has sufficiently given you what you need. He has answered. And then it's now your responsibility to take the next step. You see, we aren't just... What happens to us isn't just spiritual. It's a common misconception that I do see a lot of Christians saying, and a lot of people saying, I'm spiritually attacked. It's all connected. I've seen things that say it's all mental health situations and everything is connected spiritually. Whilst it may be the case, and there is some connection, people can be misled, and they can pray for things in which they should be taking control of themselves. What do I mean by that? Well, there are decisions that we can make as human beings to better ourselves. You have the power, for example, to cut out that bad habit, whatever that may be. You have the power to stop hanging around with certain people that may be influencing these bad habits. You have the power to say, actually, this career isn't for me, I may try another. You have the power to start studying something. Now, whilst you should be praying on these things, you have free will. The Bible's very clear on that. We have free will to choose whether to follow God or not, to choose whether to go to the gym today or not, to choose whether to read instead of, instead of doing something that won't help you grow in character or learn or become more, right? You've been given by God the ability and the mind and the consciousness above all animals, because they are not aware, right? Consciously, you have the conscious power to be aware of what you can do and what decisions need to be taken in order to achieve improvement in your life. It's such a complex subject because sometimes the spiritual and the physical, let's say the brain, the mind, and these two circumstances can come together and cause one problem. Okay? They can be intertwined. Sometimes they're more spiritual and sometimes they're more physical. And when I say physical, I'm referring to us and the mind. Okay? And it's very difficult sometimes to know the difference, to know what's spiritual, whether you're being spiritually attacked or whether you're just mentally down. And the lines can be so blurred. I could make a video on this. I will touch on this more, because it's a subject that needs to be explored more. But it's a 1 hour video. It's a huge topic, right? So, but what the importance of this video and what I really wanted to emphasize was that just try, if you can, to be aware that there are spiritual things at play, but also physical. The Lord will take care of the spiritual side of things if you ask Him to. The physical part of it, you have more control over. You have control over what you put into your body. You have control over many aspects of your own life and of how you can build. And with the Lord by your side, you can achieve anything. But you have to make those decisions with your free will, the right decisions, and try to adjust certain variables within your everyday life. Drop the bad habits, start the good ones. Start by identifying what they are. Who are you mixing your yoke with? Who do you call your friends? Who's helping you to become what you're capable of becoming, and who's holding you back and giving you negative feedback whenever you try to do something positive or move forward. The Bible also talks about, it makes it clear that we do suffer mentally. The Bible talks about spiritual attacks throughout. A demon was exorcised by the Lord Jesus Christ Himself, who spiritually was tormenting a man. It doesn't hide away from any of that. But it also talks about how Elijah was, he was threatened in Kings, 1 Kings 19, I believe. He was threatened by Jezebel, and that Jezebel said he had 24 hours to live. And it talks about how Elijah was terrified. He was so afraid. He asked God to end the suffering he was going through, to basically end his life for him. He was so mentally tortured and drained that he couldn't take it anymore. But this is how he felt physically. Why am I saying all this? Because it's important we try to appreciate that there are two elements at play. Sometimes one more than the other. Sometimes they are separated. For example, you may be spiritually attacked, and that may lead you to feel depressed. Or you may be depressed, and the negative energy that you give off may invite the spiritual attack. But that's okay, because you can pray to the Lord to remove the spiritual attack if you believe that's taking place. I really wanted to just make this video as a glimpse, a summary, and just give you some insight into what it is that may be making you feel the way you feel. You can pray on everything, but remember, you have your own free will, your own mind, and you can change things for the better for yourself. You have the power. You have the conscious power to be able to rebuild who you are. I hope this has helped someone. I hope this has helped you. Anyway, God bless you. I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.